Hello, welcome to your mat. Today's practice is going to be a slow heart opening practice. I am Anne. I'm so happy to be here with you. All you need is your mat. However, if you have 2 blocks, have those handy. You might want to use them at the end of practice. Let's start in a seated meditation. Ground yourself, turn your palms to face down. Bring your thumb to touch index finger in Gyan Mudra and close your eyes. Allow your body to slow down and find stillness. Take a nice full deep breath in through your nose. Let it go. Again, deep breath in through your nose. This time hold your breath in at the top. Sip in a little extra air through your mouth. Let it go. One more time like that. Deep breath in. Pause at the top. Like you're sipping through a straw, sipping a little extra on top. And let it go. Start to move your breath in and out through your nose. Feel a little ha sound moving through the back of your throat, creating your ujjayi breath. Bring both hands right over your heart and just feel your heart beating in your chest. Searching today for balance, compassion, being content, finding joy, finding self-love, so much so that we can share that with those around us. If you want to set an intention for yourself, do that here. That little thing in your chest is keeping you here on this planet, so having much gratitude for your physical heart. And we open up that space in our body, creating just more opening to find acceptance and all the good things that come with having connection to ourselves and others. Take your hands onto the front of your shins with your inhale. It's like a cat-cow, but we're seated. Roll your shoulders down the back, lift your chin, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, coil in, rounding back. Rock to the back of your sitting bones, tuck your chin to your chest. Find the space behind the back of your heart between your shoulder blades. Inhale again, sit up tall. Shoulders roll down the back, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And round back. Exhaling. Let's do that one last time, just like this. Inhale, shoulders down the back, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And rock and round back. Kind of similar yet different. If you want to, switch the crossing of your legs. Take your elbows out like a cactus. Lift your heart, open up. With your exhale, wrap your arms around your shoulders, round and giving yourself that just gentle hug. Inhale again, open back up. And if you can remember, switch the crossing of the arms, rounding back, another hug. Last time, inhale, open up. And this time, walk your hands forward, bowing over your shins. Feeling your back opening up. But we always talk about heart and heart opening, but we also want to open up the upper back by rounding at the same time. Slowly come on up and let's move forward onto our hands and our knees, heading back towards a child's pose. Hips move gently back towards your heels, stretching the arms out in front of you, drawing the crown of your head down so your forehead and your third eye connect to the mat. Wrapping down through the triceps and feeling just space across your whole spine here. Feeling a hollowing out sensation in the armpits. Lift your heart up, walk your hands off the right side of your mat, place your right hand down and then the left hand on top. Lengthen really long through the left arm as you let your hips pull back towards the left. Breathe into your side body opening. Just depending on your body, you're going to feel this in different places. I love this stretch for just starting the practice. Let's walk our hands to the opposite side of the mat. Right hand will be on top of left. Lengthen through the right arm and let your hips pull back towards the right. Going nice and spacious here in the body. Good. Hands walk back forward, coming all the way forward onto hands and knees, and then lowering down to your belly. Walking the feet back any amount, hands are next to the chest, elbows reach back and towards each other. With your inhale, peel your heart up for a baby cobra, pressing down through the legs, through all 10 toenails, neck stays long. Exhale, lengthen the heart forward as you lower back down. Inhale, same thing, coming up into cobra. You might exaggerate it just slightly here. Pull through the heart, so the heart is pulling forward. And exhale, keep pulling the heart forward as you lower down. One more time like that. Inhale, coming up. Again, maybe you exaggerate it a little bit more. We never want to really push through the hands, but feeling like that lift is helping you. Elbows back, heart forward, and exhale, riding it all the way back down. Press up onto your hands and your knees, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up into a downward facing dog, allowing yourself to just wiggle about here if you need to. I like to pedal the legs. Can't do a down dog without just kind of loosening up in my body. It just feels like what is right. And eventually finding some stillness, wrapping down through the triceps, shaking the head yes, shaking it no, just loosening up the neck. Let's walk our hands back to meet our feet, forward folding at the back of the mat. Soften the knees, hang the head, grab across for opposite elbows, and just do a gentle sway here, side to side. Come back to your breathing if you've kind of let your mind wander off. In and out through your nose. Switch which form is on top. Helping just to balance out the brain a little bit. You always kind of reach for something with the same hand. Take the same step forward with the same leg. So switching it up is really good for not only your body but your mind. Release the hands down with bent knees. Start to ragdoll up to a standing space. When you come up, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down the back. Let's do some shoulder rolls here. So inhale, shoulder shrug up. Pinch the tops of your shoulder blades together in the back. Keep them pinching. Draw that down the back. Again, shoulder heads roll forward and up. Mid shoulders pinch together. Keep them pinching. Draw that down the back. Shoulders roll forward and up. Pinch the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. I like to turn my palms up, draw the elbows back and together here, and then draw that energy down the back. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way to the sky. Let a little lift come through your heart. Exhale, fold forward, soft knees. Inhale, lifting up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, surrender back into your fold. Soften the knees, just ragdoll up. Starting to move our body. Go right up to the sky with your arms. Sweep them up, kiss your palms. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, lifting up halfway, lengthening through the back. Exhale, folding back in. Let's do that one more time. Soft knees, ragdoll up. Sweep the arms all the way up, kiss palms, and exhale, fold back through. Inhale, lifting up halfway, lengthening, folding in and walking back into a plank pose, an upward push-up position. Take a deep breath in, pull the heart through, let your hips dip. Do not roll over the toes, just stay on the balls of the feet so you're in a modified up dog. Heart is pulling through. Tone your legs. Pull the belly in. Exhale, bend your knees. Press back into down dog. We're creating a wave in our body. So rounding your spine, round, round. Come forward towards your plank. Let your hips dip. Heart pulls forward and through. I like to just look straight forward, not to overdo it in the neck. And with your exhale, pull your belly in. Lift your hips up. Bend your knees to do so, just helping yourself out a little bit. 2 more times like that, rounding your spine, hips dropping, heart pulling forward and through, chest lifting, neck is long. Exhale back towards your down dog. Last time, rounding spine, heart pulling forward and through, toning the legs, keeping the neck long. Beautiful. Exhale back towards down dog. And we'll widen our feet and walk them in just a little bit closer. Lining the pinky toes up with the outer edge of the mat. Slowly press into your right hand. Take your left hand to your outer right shin and use some strength to gaze underneath the right armpit. Navel hugging up and in. And really rinsing out the back. Feels so good. Good. Switch sides. Left hand presses down. Right hand reaches to outer left ankle. Use a little bit of your bicep strength to pull your gaze underneath the left armpit, creating space behind the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Release. Lower knees down. Hips towards heels. Surrender back into child's pose. Let it be for a moment. Connecting back to your breath. Good. Come up onto your knees. Let's take a little bit of a puppy dog stretch here. So you're going to come up onto your fingertips and start to walk your hands forward. If that's too much to be on the fingertips, feel free to have flat hands or even pinky edges of the hands. That's easier on the shoulders. And you're starting to lift your hips up and back, melting your forehead to the ground. So you're either here up on your fingertips, hands flat, or if you're up on the outer edges of your hands, that might be better for somebody's shoulders. Start with just melting your forehead down. And then over time, you can start to let your heart, chin, and chest come towards the mat. Take a couple breaths. Do the version that feels right. Breathe right into the space of your heart, your upper back, your shoulders. It's all connected. This place of compassion, of love, trust. Just peeling back any tightness that's there that helps us really opening up emotionally and mentally as well. Migrate up onto your hands and your knees. Take your right hand, reach it towards the sky as you inhale. With your exhale, just thread the right arm towards the left. Stay lifted here. Look as far to the left as you can. Inhale again, right hand reaching towards sky. And exhale, thread towards the left. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lifting up. This time we thread through and we rest the right shoulder towards the mat. The ear comes down. Press your left hand and rinse out your back here. If you're comfortable and you want a little bit more, take your left hand to the sky and then turn your palm towards the right and start to tuck your hand towards the right hip crease. Breathing space into the body. Unravel your left hand if it's wrapped. Take the left palm to the earth. Reach your right hand back up towards the sky, just kind of counter twist. Go ahead and bring your hand to the mat. Let's take that puppy dog stretch one more time. Walk your hands forward. Fingertips or palms, hips melt back, forehead down or chin and chest. Breathe. This practice is such a good way to de-stress the body. If you've been carrying a really heavy load of stress, this one is definitely for you. Let's come back up onto our hands and our knees, and as we do, we'll switch sides here. So the left hand will start lifting towards the sky. Exhale, weave left arm under right. Stay lifted at first. Reach as far as you can. Inhale, lift back up. And exhale, find that nice deep twist. Creating lots of space around the spine. Last time, inhale, lift up. This time we weave through and we rest our left shoulder and left ear to the ground. Once you get comfortable, press into your right fingertips. If you're really comfortable here, you can take your right hand to the sky, turn your palm to face over to the left, and then tuck your hand towards the left hip crease. Regardless of where you are in this pose, just breathe. Our hips are right above our knees, so if your hips are back far or too far forward, just adjust that so you feel really supported for your lower back here. This is one of my go-to poses when my spine is needing a little tune-up. I can literally feel the stress peeling off my body. Beautiful. Unweave your right hand, place the palm to the earth, press into the right hand so you can take your left arm all the way back up towards the sky. And then circle the left hand down. Let's come back into a downward facing dog. Let it be here for a second. And we're going to do those little waves again. You can choose to keep bending your knees or even do it from a cat-cow position. Or this time, we're going to work on keeping our legs nice and straight when we move. So again, you don't roll over the toes. As you inhale, round your spine. Imagine a wave moving through your body. Pull your hips forward and through. Heart pulls forward and through. I just like looking straight forward here. With your exhale, belly pulls in. Go straight up and back towards down dog. 3 more. Inhale, round your spine, come forward, heart pulls through, tone your legs. Exhale, lift up and back, down dog. Inhale, rounding, coming forward and through. And exhale, down dog. Last time, rounding the spine, coming forward and through, tone the legs, don't drop the knees unless you do it mindfully. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Come forward towards a plank and let's lower down to the belly. Draw your forearms out in front of you, setting up Sphinx pose. So the elbows are right below the shoulders, the hands are straight forward, and the feet are straight back. And first thing we want to do here is just really push through the forearms and really anchor down through your inner wrists as best you can. Press down through your feet, and now pull your lower belly in. And as you do that, you'll feel like you're hooding through the shoulders. Now pull the heart forward and through even more. The most important, friends, is that you breathe here. So find your breath. Good. Let's look over the right shoulder. And look over the left shoulder. This one always gets me. Come back to center and then drop your chin slowly towards your chest. Maybe a little movement side to side. I literally can just feel the stress leaving my upper back. Take a breath, look forward, press into the hands, widen the elbows, stack your hands, and place your forehead right on top of your hands here. And you can wiggle your hips a little side to side if you need that for a release. Let's bend our right leg. Reach your right hand back, reaching for the outside edge of your foot, pulling your heel towards your sitting bone. Of course, you can use a strap here if this is not accessible. And then I like to rest my head back down. So just letting your head be neutral, lengthening back through your knee, making sure the knee stays in line with the hip. It's going to want to go out towards the right if you are on the tighter side today. Scoop the lower belly in. Don't take any pressure into your lower back. Good. Switch legs. Take your right form across the front of your mat, bending the left leg. just mirroring here. So as you bow inward, heel pulls towards your sitting bone, lengthening back through your left knee. Keep it in line with the hip. Try to not tense anywhere that you're not using, right? So don't tense your right shoulder, your jaw, your face. Pull the lower belly in, support your back. Opening up the quads. Beautiful. Release. Again, just stacking the arms and wiggling the hips about if you need it. We're going to take our hands back by your hips now. Palms are turning in like you're going to give your thighs a hug. And roll your shoulders down the back, lifting up through the heart. Draw the arms out of the neck. So you're reaching back like you're trying to touch your feet. Only if you feel safe in your lower back do you lift your legs as well. Breathing. Don't hold the breath. See if you can lift just a little bit higher. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release. One cheek turns down to the mat. Pause. We'll do it again this time. We're going to interlace the fingers. So chin centers, hands interlace at your lower back. Reach back through the knuckles. Lift through the heart. Some days I don't feel like I need to lift the legs, so you can stay here or you can add the legs in. Keep breathing as you lift. Find your spine strengthening. Now reach forward through your heart, lift a little higher, take a deep breath in. And exhale, opposite cheek down, just rest. Wag the hips a little if you need it. Beautiful. Chin to the mat. You can stay with one of those variations if you need to. Otherwise, we bend the legs. We reach back for the outer edges of both feet. Feel free to flex your ankles if you have tight knees. That will help. And start to kick your feet into your hands. As you do, keep your thighs grounded to start. Pull your heart forward. It's not going to be your deepest back bend you've ever done. Maybe you're starting to lift your thighs off the ground. Chest pulls forward. You're breathing. Good. One more full deep breath in and release down. Hands below your shoulders. Come up onto your hands and your knees and just start to circle the hips around a couple times in either direction. Helps to unwind the spine. Good. Then press back into your down dog. Pause in down dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in. Let it go. Roll forward towards your plank. Inhale, dropping your hips. Heart pulling forward more towards a modified up dog. Exhale, lift up and back into down dog. Twice more. Rolling forward, creating space in our spine and heart. Exhale into down dog. One more time, rolling forward. And down dog. Lower your knees down towards the mat. We'll do a dolphin setup now. So as you set up for dolphin, you sometimes can have a block down between your hands if you want to try to keep your hands apart and they're sliding together. So bring your forearms down to the mat. You would place your block right here if you wanted to. Grab across for opposite elbows, anchoring the elbows right below the shoulders, then pivot the hands forward. So an option is palms flat, a block between your palms, or fisting the hands if you really need to modify. From here, let's do a little bit of shoulder push-ups. So you're letting your heart sink down, and then you're pressing through the hands and finding a lift in the shoulders. Again, slowly letting your heart sink down, and then pressing and almost rounding through the upper body. One more time, letting your heart sink down, just flossing the shoulders, and then pressing down through the forearms and lifting through the heart. Stay lifted through the heart. Tuck your toes under, let your head drop down, and walk your feet in for dolphin. Press back through your heart. Of course, this is a deep shoulder opener as well. Your head should be off the ground. Shake your head yes, shake it no, and breathe. I once held this pose for so long in a teacher training, and the purpose was, not to break us, but to really feel the transformation, and you have to let go in it eventually. So some of us have really tight shoulders or backs, and this can be a challenging place, but I encourage you to stay in it because you can do anything for just a couple more breaths. If you're here and you have more to give, try lifting one leg, just finding a little bit of balance in the pose. And then if you're lifting a leg, switch and lift the other. Good. Take a deep breath in, lower that foot down, lower your knees down, bring your arms next to your hips, around your spine, and surrender. Let the upper back open up. So when we open our heart, it's not just the front body, but it's the back as well. Round your spine, come up onto your knees. You can sit up on your knees or feel free to place a block between or underneath your sitting bones. You can also sit on a bolster or stretch your legs out if you need to. We're going to take our arms up towards the sky. Take a big breath in. With your exhale, sweep your right arm under your left, finding eagle in your arms. Move your hands out of your face. With your inhale, shrug your shoulders and lift your elbows up. And exhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Again, inhale, lifting up, 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 up through the elbows. Keep the hands away from your face. Exhale, shoulders draw down the back. One more time, inhale, lifting up. And exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up and out to the sides. Make a cactus shape with your hands and arms. Lengthen down through your sitting bones. Pull the lower belly in and lift up through the heart, maybe curling back slightly. Reach up through the hands. Inhale. Exhale, left arm under right, switching it up. Hands away from face. Inhale, lift the elbows up, 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 up. Squeeze the forearms together. Exhale, shoulders draw down the back. Again, inhale, lifting up, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale. Inhale, open up into that cactus shape again. Draw back through the elbows even more. Lift through your heart. Good. Reach up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Step your knees or feet back and lower down to your belly. One more little heart opener here on our belly. It's also obviously always shoulder opener as well. So we're taking our right hand to the right. I encourage you scoot to the left side of your mat. That will give you a lot of space for your elbow, your shoulder to be on the ground. Look at your right hand. It's in line with your shoulder. Palm is flat. Don't change that. Now look to the left and roll onto your left side, maybe bringing the knees in just to a bend or stepping left foot behind the right. All right, we're here. For some of us, this is plenty. So you can hang out here or you can take your left hand and tuck it either behind your back. For those of you that are lucky ones, you can interlace your fingers over towards where your right hand is. Now, if you did that but your hand moved, then you've lost the pose. So I always just encourage, tuck your hand behind your back. You still get a lot of opening in the chest and shoulders. For those of you that are a little bit more bendy and you're here and you want more, also bend your left leg and try to get your lower back to start being nice and anchored to the ground. Don't force any of this. It's not worth going too far and hurting yourself. Wherever you are, breathe into the pose. I wanted to give you guys something that is accessible today for opening up the chest and shoulders, spine as well. And as we all know, after this practice, it's all connected. So although I called it a heart opening practice, I think we've gotten a lot of different things going on here. Take one more breath with this. You'll unweave your left hand to the ground, slowly roll back onto your belly, and then scoot yourself to the right side of your mat. Because we're going to be rolling towards the left. Left palm is out to the left and grounded. Look to the right and then roll onto your right side. You can start by bending your legs or just stepping right foot behind the left. Hang out here if this is enough. You don't need to go further. If you want to, you can take your right hand to the sky and either interweave with the left fingers or just tuck it behind your back. Once you're there, just pause for a few minute breaths. It's funny, I always really do notice if I'm feeling quite different on one side from the other. So after you're here, if you want a little bit extra, you can bend your right leg as well and start to anchor towards getting your sacrum flat to the ground. So for my body, this side is just tighter. It's just that way. And so I'm trying to bring myself into balance in the center. I don't want to be so overly flexible on one side and tight on the other. So sometimes you do a little less on your flexible side and a little bit more on your non-flexible, and vice versa. As we find balance in our body, it helps us mentally find balance in our hearts. It helps us find a place that we feel good about without judgment. You find that self-love, that self-care, and it just really does fill your cup. All right, let's unweave our right hand. Come back onto your belly. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. There we go. Just lay flat for a moment. Ground your energy. Take a few breaths, just feeling your body here. We're going to turn onto our back. So simply, if you want to just roll onto your back, you can. This is the opportunity that if you do have 2 yoga blocks and you'd like to take a heart opener, you will take your blocks onto your mat. I'll show you that. And then if you don't have the blocks or you just want to be flat through your spine, you're more than welcome to just lay on your back for this one. So it's either up on the blocks or not. The first block goes below the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Make sure you don't get it too low on your lumbar spine. That won't feel good, and you'll be able to tell the difference. The second one is preference. Does it go at the same level? Does it go lower? Does it go higher? You'll have to see. It's your pillow for your head. So you're coming onto your back regardless. And if you're on the blocks, you're going to have that heart opening effect. For all of us, let's take our feet together, our knees out to the sides. And just find some zen. Hands are out to the sides, your palms are turning up, and you're closing your eyes. Deepen your breath, sending it through your whole body. Feeling a sense of healing, accomplishment. If you're on the blocks and you'd like to, maybe try taking your hands above your head, grabbing opposite elbows, just getting a little bit deeper into the chest. And if you're on your back, you can simply grab your hands above your head, opposite elbows as well. Invite space, not only physically into your body, but also space between your emotions. If you've been dealing with heartache or trauma, just allowing there to be some space where you feel content, maybe even full of joy, self-appreciation. This life we are living is a journey. It's always and forever will be changing. As we find acceptance within ourselves, it helps us to deal with the forever changing and fast-paced environment that we live in. Take a couple more breaths here. Any arm position you like. If you're on your back, you might even bring hands to heart or even up on the blocks. If you happen to be on the blocks, use your elbows to prop up just enough so you can slide your props off to the side and out of your way and come onto your back. Let's all scoop our knees in and then bring your knees into your chest and just do some little rocks here side to side. And we'll end up letting our knees come to the left, cactusing your right arm, finding a gentle spinal twist, rinsing out the body and releasing the practice. Your twisting signals the body to let go, to surrender, to detoxify, de-stress. Beautiful. Bring your knees through center and switch sides. Unwinding the practice. All right, knees back to center. Give yourself a hug. Let this be a thank you for showing up today to your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release out onto your back for Shavasana, using any props you might need to feel comfortable here. Let's take our hands onto our chest for today's rest. You might be able to feel your heart beating underneath your hands. Feeling the ebb and flow of your breath. Remind yourself of your intention. And let yourself enter that blissful place. There is no doing, no thinking, but a place where we just are. Every breath, you're bringing new energy into your body. Every exhale, all the energy is leaving. Our body is constantly trying its best to heal us. Right now, slow down enough so you can let it. Please enjoy your Shavasana for as long as you have. As always, I am grateful to have and share this practice with you. May the divine in me greet and honor the divine in you. Namaste.